Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. We start with the bullish wave count and then we take a look at the bearish wave count. So in the bullish count, we can say that we have reached with the ADA chart here a wave 1 that was on the 20th of July. And we then saw that ABC pattern and expanded flat. We came down in a wave 2. Yeah, we saw the requirements fulfilled of 5 waves. We expected a move up from here, maybe one more dip. But here also, like with Bitcoin, we saw the requirements as fulfilled and we didn't have that long sideways trolling. So we did eventually see that recovery that Bitcoin isn't doing at the moment. Moved higher, told you that we could really expect here a 5-wave move up. Now, with the latest move, it could very well be that we've already seen the 5 waves. You know? It would be a truncated wave 5, but we need to be aware because we saw a very strong rejection from that 51 cent level again. This is not a very bullish sign, I have to tell you that as well, that we got rejected here. Again, putting more emphasis on the bearish wave count that I'm going to tell you. Basically, at the moment, both of them are working out, which makes it so difficult. And sometimes, you know, sometimes people ask me how to trade these wave patterns. And, well, if you have in a bullish, because there will always be in any serious technical analysis that you're watching or reading or anything, there will always be a bullish and a bearish alternative. Yeah, there's always a bullish primary or bearish primary, it doesn't matter, and an alternative count. If in both counts prices are going to move into the same direction like they did here, yeah. So down here in this area, I told you that we're expecting a recovery generally, yeah. Then it obviously could be used to go long because they are both pointing in the same direction, like here. We then reached a target. You know, we reached the 51 cent level, which was one of the key targets we talked about. This was a target, broadly speaking, for the wave 3 here in the bullish case, but also in the bearish case. And now we're at a critical junction here. So it could very well be that now the bearish one is playing out. The bearish one shouldn't really go much higher in the current scenario. And the bullish one would, but now we've got conflicting scenarios. Now it's up to us, up to you to say what do you actually believe in, what do you think is more likely? Do you expect rising prices or not? At the moment we're at a critical junction here, and sometimes it's then just best to wait. You know, if you have already bought down here, like I did, it might be worth taking some profits, which I did. Talked about that yesterday at the current price range. Took some profits, just in case of risk management, yeah. And in most cases, you will make money with your risk management because you have your stops set, you know, and you let the winners run, things like that. Just sort of to really clear that up a little bit. We're at a critical junction here. Generally, I would anticipate that wave to go higher. I have to primarily expect that anyway in the bullish and the bearish case when we take a look at that, because having a truncated wave is not too likely unless the following price action justifies it. And we could say, okay, we had a very strong sell-off here, so maybe this justifies a truncated wave, but I primarily always have to expect, unless we make a lower low, yeah, I have to expect us to go higher. So I will do that. And the target for that was around, and we can just calculate that again, 53 cents, I believe. We just double check that in the bullish case here. Target would be around about actually 54 cents, but the 53 cent level is a key Fibonacci level. So we leave it at 53 for now. That would be the next target for the wave 5. So unless we make a lower low here, below 48.3, we can focus on higher. Okay, it would also break the trend if we make another lower low. So at the moment, I would expect here another high in the bullish and the bearish case. When we take a look at the bearish one now, that will be the next key point. This was another reversal area, by the way, in which, you know, it's up to you if you buy or not, but this was a reverse area in which I expected the price to reverse, which it has done for now, okay? So we'll see how long lasting that is. And next target would be the 53 cent level. unless we drop again below 48.3, then we would expect a dip to 47.4, and if we lose the 47.4 cents, then something more bearish is going on, because we would go below the maximum level that a wave 4 should do. So first of all, rising prices expected until we go below 48.3. What I need to make you aware, as soon as we reach this level, a larger correction is expected. Because in the bullish count, this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a wave 1 again. That would be corrected in a wave 2. That would be quite a substantial correction again, possibly 50% of the entire journey here. Which is also why I have taken some profits, and possibly if we reach here the 53 cent level, I may take some more. So let's take a look at the ADA bearish. And here we have confluence, and this is whenever it gets, why it gets so interesting. Here in this scenario, we also expected a recovery into this area between 49 and 53 cents. Here you can also see a wave count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a wave C over wave 2. Here also we would expect rising prices unless the wave 5 was already finished as a truncated wave. Again, if we drop below 48.3 cents, we can expect that. Otherwise, we would expect a move to 53 cents because this, otherwise the wave 5 would be very weak. And from here, however, because this would be an ideal level for a wave 2 retracement, the 61.8% FIB level, we can be ready for a move down. Now, as long as you're in an uptrend, you're in an uptrend. So, as you might know, a wave 2 can also go a bit higher. Yeah, it could go to the 78.6% FIB level, but this is sort of the ideal level, yeah. But we need to be open to the idea that even in a wave 2, it could go a little bit higher. If it's still a wave 2, however, I wouldn't expect it to go above the 78.6% FIB level. And from here in the bearish count, we would then expect a rejection to the downside. So if we see an impulsive move down after the wave 2 peak here is reached, this would indicate that we are going bearish. Yeah. And again, both counts actually in confluence at the moment, still rising prices expected at the moment in the short term, then a drop, but the severity of the drop and the nature of the drop will allow us to differentiate between both cases, between the bullish one and the bearish one, because in the bearish scenario, the drop down would be impulsive and it would eventually take us below 42 cents. And in the bullish case, it will not be impulsive, it will only be corrective, and it would take us into the region. I mean, we can make some assumptions here where that wave 2 correction will then take us, could take us again into the region of around 47.7, maybe 46.4 cents before we then should see a move up. This is how we can differentiate between both of these scenarios, and I will keep you updated about which scenario I think is going to unfold. At the moment, we still see confluence, and at the moment it makes the impression to go higher, but if we get rejected at 51 cents, we're probably having a triple top here, so be aware of that, which would be bearish. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update about ADA. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.